Welcome to the 10 and 10 podcast. I'm your host today, Ashley Clark, and you are in for a treat. We are here with an incredible person that I can't wait to introduce you to, Cheryl Scheidell. Did I say that correctly?
You did. Great job.
We were talking about how it's a little bit of a tongue twister, but memorable.
Yes.
So that's important.
That's good. Thank you.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited you're here. We've had several conversations outside of this, but at least we get to share the good word with everyone. Tell us a little bit about you and what brought you here.
Well, I'm actually from Arizona, so I'm a Phoenician born and raised.
Rare.
High school, NAU. Actually, my background is hotel and restaurant management.
Really?
Yep. And then I found my way into the mortgage industry in the early 2000s. So I've been here, done that, all the ups and downs. And about 10 years ago, I found my way into the very misunderstood reverse mortgage.
Yes.
So
I have heard that.
Yes. So.
And you have an incredible story about just kind of the ties with your family members and kind of going everywhere. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, so I've been doing this product for about 10 years, and about 5 years ago, my mom heard me on the phone talking with somebody, and she's like, she came to me, and she goes, I think I need to do this. And so I believe in it so much that my mom has a reverse mortgage.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Do you guys work together and do it together?
Nope, but I use her as a testimonial.
Oh, that's incredible.
And when we go to Christmas parties, she's like, best thing I ever did. And I'm like, but we've traveled a lot. I'm very close with my mom. We've traveled the world. I've taken her on trips. And so I've been very fortunate to spend that time with her. So doing those memorable vacations.
Yes, that's incredible.
Yes.
And such an amazing thing to share, to have that together.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what a basic reverse mortgage is and what are the benefits for the senior population.
Well, so a reverse mortgage helps the senior access the equity in their home.
Okay.
And that way they don't have to have a mortgage payment. That's right, no mortgage payment. So what happens is we extinguish, if they have a current loan on their house, we pay off that loan with the reverse mortgage. So now that extinguishes that monthly mortgage payment. So no more monthly mortgage payment. Now they have a reverse mortgage. Okay. And instead of the balance coming down like it would on a 30-year fix, it's just going up in reverse. So the loan to value is very low. So that way we can access, and our seniors just need to think about that they're living in their piggy bank, and let's crack open the piggy bank and access that money. Because a lot of times the adult kids are like, we have our own retirement. Let's mom and dad, use what's in the house to age in place, to get a new roof, to take those memorable vacations with the kids. I even had somebody, use the loan to pay for memory care for her husband. So they're keeping money under management.
Yeah.
And then using the house to pay for his housing. So it's just, the benefits just are endless. And, you just have to be 62 to do this loan. So that's one of the guidelines. We do have products that go down to 55 years of age. I actually had somebody who was 55 talking to me about it. But we also have home values that go up to $4 million.
Wow.
So the lady that I was telling you about with the memory care, they're in a home that I already did the reverse mortgage in, and they're refinancing that. They're in Carpinteria, California. And we're going to use that money to just pay for his housing. So that being said, I can do loans nationwide except for New York.
Okay.
And I'm personally, so I would help out whoever, nationwide, but then personally licensed in Oregon, Arizona, California, Nevada, and Texas.
Okay.
Yep. So I got a lot going on.
You do. And it's such an incredible resource for people to have. And I do know it is very misunderstood. There's a lot of myths and misconceptions about it. What's a big one that you'd like to kind of reverse or set the record straight?
The biggest myth is people think the bank owns your home. The bank does not own your home. You still have title to your home. It's just a lien on the property, just like it would be on a 30-year fixed. Okay. And so that's the biggest one. The other thing is, a lot of people come to me and they say, well, I don't have any kids to leave an inheritance to. Well, that's okay whether you have kids or not, because a lot of the times when I talk to the kids, they're like, well, we already have our own retirement. This is just gravy. So, but the biggest myth is that people think that they're going to lose their home to the bank.
Yeah. That's something I think I have heard before, yes.
Yeah.
And being able to kind of reverse that myth is an incredible incredible thing to do. If someone has one of those really low interest rates, do you have a product that still benefits?
We do. That's just a very new product. And how it works is we would keep that first lien position in place,
Okay.
and do a reverse mortgage behind it. So in second position, and they cannot have a mortgage payment with that. So for example, I had somebody come to me and he said, oh my gosh, I have this second mortgage. It's $110,000, but I'm paying $700 a month on it. So we were able to leave his first mortgage in place with his low interest rate. The second loan, we were able to pay that off.
Mm-hmm.
And then he still had about $80,000 that he could use whatever he wanted with that,
Mm-hmm.
and not have a mortgage payment.
Wow.
So when people say to me, oh, I have one of those low interest rates, I'm like, well, I can still help you out.
Yeah,
So,
there's still benefits.
Yes. And with that being said, I just want to actually say that I do have a radio show on Sundays on AM 960, The Patriot.
Okay.
And it's at 3:30 p.m.
Okay.
And, it's called Is a Reverse Mortgage Right for You? And so we just talk about reverse mortgages, the myths, how to access that equity, as well as I have referral partners on so we can be a resource to the community.
That's
well.
incredible. Yep. I love that. And the collaboration, being able to kind of create a low threshold for people to just understand more, but without feeling like, oh, I should already know this or anything like that. Just listen in and learn more about it.
I do this every day. And so, I just try to get the word out to educate. And yeah, it's been fun. It's been a great ride.
That is beautiful. Was there a particular moment or experience that maybe lit the spark for you to choose this path? Something that really made you say, this is what I want to do?
Well, I had 3 fall into my lap. And the lady came up to me and she's like, do you do reverse mortgages? And I'm like, absolutely. And I walked into my manager's office and I'm like, do we do reverse mortgages? And he's like, yes. And so I ended up going to my first presentation, and I spoke with the 80-year-old mom, the son, the daughter-in-law, and the daughter. And the next day they called me with some questions, and the son said, we want to start mom's loan and we want to do it as well. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for my niche all these years,
Mm-hmm.
and this was it. I just got the chills just saying that, as a matter of fact. But the biggest story is I had a lady come to me. I do a lot of speaking engagements, and I had a lady come to me, and she said, you need to do this for my mom. And I said, all right, let's go talk to your mom. So her mom was a hairdresser at 73 years old,
Mm-hmm.
still working to pay that mortgage payment. She does hair she did hair at an assisted living place.
Okay.
So we started her loan. And as we were going through the loan process, typically I don't need to get anything from the CPA, but I had to get some records from the CPA. And by the time the CPA, at first she blacked everything out, and I'm like, we need to talk to your CPA. I need this information.
Yeah.
And so we called the CPA to get the information back. And the CPA, when we were done, she goes, I didn't know we could do this. And so the CPA did her loan with me.
Really?
Then the next thing I know, the CPA, we were closing, and she goes, you need to do this for my sister-in-law. And I'm like, okay, let's go talk to your sister-in-law. She told me, let's go talk to my sister. And so I was talking to her sister, and she didn't even sit up for me. I was at her house. She was laid out in her lazy boy. And by the time we were done, she was giving me a hug goodbye, sitting at the kitchen counter. She has since passed, but I sat on the front row at her funeral with the family. And since then, her daughter did a reverse mortgage and lives in the house. So once people get it, they're telling all their friends and family. It's just the best thing. So it's just helping my seniors and just age in place and living out their golden years. I'm getting the chills just thinking about it. It just makes me happy. So
it's such an incredible story and such a testimony to your ability to help people understand it, right? On a level they feel comfortable with doing it, so much so that then they tell their friends, their family, their loved ones that they also need to do it as well.
Yes. So with you saying that, I'm going to have to bring some people and do testimonials with them and get them out there to help me spread the word.
100%.
Yeah.
Those are the biggest testimonials for me is, telling a friend or a coworker, an acquaintance about you is one thing. But when I refer my family, my mom, That's a huge testament to what you're able to do and the trust in the relationship, right? The building the confidence and the empowerment to be able to say, I understand this now.
Yes,
Okay, let's do it. Because it can be scary.
Yeah. So can I share one more story?
100%.
So I had this realtor come to me and he's like, I don't like reverse mortgages. And I'm like, okay, tell me more.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, my neighbor lost her house. And I said, okay, what happened? Tell me more. And he said, well, she did like to gamble. And I said, well, then maybe she lost her house because she wasn't paying her property taxes. So they don't have a mortgage payment, but they're required to pay their property taxes, their homeowner's insurance, and their HOA. So she could have lost her house that way. So fast forward, he said to me, all right, I'm going to have you talk to one of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended up doing a loan for one of his friends in their current home. And then I ended up he had a purchase for me, so you can actually buy a home with reverse mortgage. People don't know that.
No.
So I helped him with a purchase for a reverse mortgage. That's a larger down payment because you have to fund the equity so you don't have a mortgage payment. So we did that transaction. And 9 months later, after I first met him, he's like, okay, I'm going to do my home too. So he ended up doing the reverse mortgage. He went from not liking them to giving me business to doing it himself. So,
wow.
yeah,
that's an incredible testament.
Yeah.
Let's get him on here to talk about it.
Yes.
That's incredible. Well, I am so glad that you were here with us today. Tell everybody where they can reach out to you or how they can contact you for more information.
Great. Thank you. So I'm Cheryl Scheidell. I'm with Barrett Financial, and you can reach me by phone at 480-817-4324, or you can go to my website, reverseandbeyond.com.
Thank you so much for joining in on this episode of the 10 and 10 podcast and proving that meaningful connections can happen in just a matter of 10 minutes. Please reach out to the amazing Cheryl if you have any questions or you know anyone, and stay tuned for the next 10 and 10 because it might be the connection you didn't even know you needed. Have a great day.